Thanks, Rob. I'm super excited to be here today to talk to you guys about the new Brother Luminaire 2 machine. They have introduced a ton of new features, including some things in the My Design Center, as well as the edge point sewing. So, with the My Design Center, I have already scanned in this cute little elephant I found on the internet. So we're going to play with it and do some cool things. So I've got my cute little elephant here already, and I've got these two frames. We're going to change this black one. So if I go into my line, there's a bunch of different stitches here. I'm going to press this one, which gives me more options to choose from. I'm going to pick one of those guys. And then from there, I'm going to change it a different color so I know I've done it. The next thing I want to do is change the fill behind the elephant. So if I go into my fill menu, I've got satin stitching, stippling, or fills. And when I have fills selected, I can hit select. And now I can look at all the new 42 fills that are on the Luminaire 2. So we're going to go ahead and pick one of those guys. And then we're going to fill the background behind the elephant. When I'm happy with how that looks like, I can go ahead and press next. And the machine's going to think for a second, because a cool new feature about this machine is it will actually show me what my stitches are going to look like in my design center, so I can tweak them if I want. So right now I've got the fill selected, and on here I can resize it, I can change the angle, and one of my favorite things is going to be this random shift button. So I can go up to mode 3, and I've got type A, type B, and type C. So if I press OK, when this is done thinking, it's no longer going to look like a bunch of squares. It's going to look really funky, which is really kind of cool. Now it looks almost like pebbles. The other thing I can do is I can go and mess with those lines, like the little feathers I've got here. I can make them bigger. I can change the spacing on them. And then I can also change which direction they're facing. And then it's going to think, and when I do that, now I can see what direction they're going to be. Awesome. So now that I'm happy with that, I'm going to go ahead and hit set, and we're going to switch into the embroidery mode. So say I want to stitch this, I'm going to go ahead and go to embroidery, and let's play with one of the cool features on the Luminaire, which is the projector. This is a really nice feature because on the machine I can see exactly what my stitches are going to stitch and what they're going to look like on the fabric I'm using. So I can move this little box down to actually show our elephant, and I can even change the background color so I can see him a little bit better if I need to. This is a really nice feature so that I can make sure what I'm stitching ends up exactly where I need it to go. From here, let's switch over so we can play with that edge point sewing. To switch to edge point sewing, I'm going to need to switch the machine into sewing mode. So I'm going to remove my embroidery hoop and my embroidery foot. Then I'm going to go ahead and follow the directions on the screen to get myself to sewing mode. I'm also going to put my sewing foot on so that we can actually do this. Edge point sewing is a new feature that they put on the Luminaire 2, and it involves these new snowball stickers. If you've seen them before, they used to have the snowman stickers. It still has that, but these are brand new and specific for the sewing functions. So let's play with it. On my screen here, I'm going to switch us to a more fun stitch, so I'm going to go to section 3 and pick one. And then on the pen button over here, the very last icon is that brand new end point sewing. So I'm going to press that. It's going to think, and I'm going to make sure it's on, and then we're going to get ready to go. I'm going to grab my piece of fabric here, which I've already done one line on, and I'm going to do it so that when we sew, I end right back where I stopped here. So I'm going to take one of these snowball endpoint stickers and put it on my fabric so that that little crosshair is right across where I need it to stop. And I'm going to put under my presser foot. You can see the faintest line of a blue laser here that's kind of tracking where the snowball sticker is. And then from here, we're going to get ready to go. I'm going to put my presser foot down, and let's go. The machine slows down as it starts getting closer to that little snowball sticker. So that way it doesn't go across it. We're getting close. And now here it is, right on that corner point that I wanted it to stop on. And there you go. You can see it stopped exactly where I needed it to stop. And so that is why edge point sewing is such a cool feature on this new machine. So yeah, these are 3 of my favorite features of the Brother Luminaire 2 with the My Design Center updates, the projector, and the endpoint sewing. I had a lot of fun showing you guys what they're all about, and I hope you have fun with the rest of Tech Party. Back to Rob.